Welcome to Mr. Yang's classroom. In this lesson, we're going to be going over the formula of a circle. There will be 6 example questions. 3 of them will be finding the formula, the center, and the radius from a graph, and 3 of them will be finding the graph from the formula, center, and radius. Now here we have the formula of a circle. It is the quantity x minus h squared plus the quantity y minus k squared is equal to r squared, where the center is h comma k. Here's our h right here, and here's our k, and our radius is going to be r. So here we have r squared, and we have, notice we have a minus sign here and a minus sign here. So in our first example question, we're going to be taking a look at this circle, and then we're going to be finding its center, the radius, and eventually the formula. So let's find the center, and it looks like on our x-axis it's at right about 4, and on our y-axis it's at right about 5. So our center is going to be 4, 5. Now what's our radius? The radius is defined as the distance from the center to the edge of the circle. So there's 1 and 2. So our radius is going to equal 2. So let's go ahead and plug our variables into our formula to find it. X minus h, our h is going to be 4 squared, plus the quantity y minus k, y minus our k is 5 squared, is equal to r squared, and it's going to be 2 squared. So we can rewrite this as x minus 4 squared plus y minus 5 squared is equal to 2 squared is actually 4. So here's the equation of our circle. Now example number 2. Let's take a look at this circle and let's find the center. So on the x-axis it's at -5, and on the y-axis it's at 4. So our center is going to be -5, 4. Now what's the radius of our circle? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Our radius is equal to 3. So what's our formula? Let's plug it in. X minus h squared is going to be x minus, what's our h? It's -5 squared, plus y minus k squared is going to be y minus, our k is 4, squared, is equal to r squared, and our radius is 3, so it's going to be 3 squared. Let's rewrite this equation. X minus a -5 becomes x plus 5 squared, and our y minus 4 squared stays the same, and we can rewrite our 3 squared as 9. So here we have our equation of this circle. For example number 3, let's find our center. So on the x-axis it looks like it's at -4, and on our y-axis it looks like it's at -6. So our center is going to be -4, -6. Let's find the radius of our circle. From the center we count 1, 2, 3, and 4. So our radius is going to equal 4. Now let's plug it into our equation. X minus h squared, so our h is -4, so it's x minus -4 squared, plus y minus k squared is y minus, and our k is -6, so minus -6 squared is equal to r squared, which is 4 squared. Let's go ahead and rewrite this equation. X minus a -4, 2 negatives make a positive, so it's going to be x plus 4 squared, plus y minus -6 becomes y plus 6 squared is equal to 4 squared is 16. Therefore, we have our equation of our circle. Now on example problems 4 through 6, we're going to be given the equation of a circle, and we're going to be asked to find its center, the radius and to graph it. So let's take a look at our signs here. It's really important to take a look at these signs and make sure they align. And in this case, it does. It's x minus h, and we have x minus 5. Y minus k, and we have y minus 6. So we know that our h term is going to be 5. And our k term is going to be, you guessed it, it's 6. So what's our radius then? Well, you know on the right hand side of our equal sign, it's r squared. So what squared is going to equal 9? That's right, it's 3 squared. So our radius is going to be 3. So let's go ahead and graph this. Where is 5 comma 6? So we'll go to 5 on the x-axis and 6 on the y-axis. Here's our center. And our radius is 3, so we're going to count out 3. 1, 2, 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3 up top. And 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. And to the best of our ability, we're going to try to draw a circle. Not too bad. Example number 5. We have x plus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to 1. So in this situation, right here, we do have our minus sign. But over here, this minus becomes a plus. So we're going to have to rewrite it to make it look like this equation up top. So how can we rewrite x plus 2 squared to have x minus something squared? Well, let's see. X minus what squared is equal to x plus 2 squared? Now, if you guessed x minus negative 2, you're absolutely correct. X minus negative 2 is x plus 2. So that works out. And it's y minus 1 squared is equal to, well, this is r squared, right? So what squared is equal to 1? 1 squared is also equal to 1, right? 1 times 1 is 1. So therefore, our center is going to be negative 2 for our h, and our k is going to be y minus k is y minus 1, so it's 1. What's our radius? It's going to be 1 squared, so it's r is equal to 1. So let's go ahead and graph that. Our center is at negative 2 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. Our radius is 1, so we're only going to count out 1 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 up top, and 1 on the bottom. And we'll draw our circle like so. Now we've reached our last example problem, number 6, and let's take a look at our equation. X minus 6 squared plus y plus 3 squared is equal to 16. So our minus and minus line up right here. However, we need to rewrite this plus. So it's going to be x minus 6 squared plus y minus negative 3 squared is equal to, what squared is 16? Well, that's 4 squared. So let's find our center. It's x minus h, which is x minus 6. And our k is y minus negative 3. So 6 comma negative 3 is our center. And our radius is going to be 4. So let's graph 6 on the x-axis, negative 3 on the y-axis. And then our radius is going to be 4, so we're going to count out 4 this way. Count out 4 to the left. Count out 4 up top. Then count out 4 on the bottom. And do our very best. Let's draw this circle like so. Thanks for watching.